morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Rebecca Stevens, and I currently serve on the board in the capacity of Vice President. I would just like to say, first of all, I'd like to thank KABA for all the wonderful things that you do with your mentoring program in the Kenosha Unified System. I have had the opportunity to participate, and I can tell you that the impact of having someone come in on a weekly basis and working with children that are at risk at the elementary level definitely makes a difference. And these are the types of partnerships that I want to see we continue to foster in our school system. It is so incredibly important to make those connections and those relationships. You'll hear Joe Manji speak, and he'll tell you relationships, relationships, relationships. Those are the 3 R's. The other R's will come in to play and will work quite well if we get those built in the first place. As you know, in our community, and actually I had quite an awakening. I'm going to kind of tell my story because you're going to find out about me that way. When I worked at McKinley Elementary, first of all, I was there for years as a parent. My children went to that school. I was vested in that school as a PTO member. I started out as the president the first time I ran for president there, and we did tremendous things. We had a group of very dedicated, probably about 12 parents. And that was a school of around 300 children. So that's a very small percentage, but that didn't stop us. We were determined to do what was best for each and every child in that building. And that meant we were going to create a safety net for the children that might not have that. We were also going to make sure that our high flyers and our students that were in the middle had opportunities as well. We were there to work to help support each and every student. Now, I had thought for many years about running for school board after Pam had ran and was successful, and she kept bothering me about it, saying, "You need to run for school board." I said, "I'm not quite ready yet. My children are young. I still have a lot to do with my responsibilities at home." Well, along came an opportunity where I couldn't pass. I saw an opportunity 3 years ago, and I was very concerned because we have wonderful programs and wonderful opportunities for all students. And one of them that I'm sure you all know I'm passionate about is the fine arts. I think that with culture and diversity that we have in this community, we need to make sure we continue to support all those types of programs because it brings all different types of people together, and it helps raise the bar on education when students have opportunities to be involved in positive ways, sports, be it athletics, be it fine arts, whatever it is, different clubs, different opportunities. That's how we build these students that want to be lifelong learners. Again, I am passionate, just as Mr. Nuzzo is. I am extremely passionate about children and learning. I've adopted 3 children. I was a foster parent for years. In fact, I believe one of Mr. Nuzzo's foster children I did respite care for one time. So, I understand what children need from a very basic foundation. And I believe if we continue to provide those types of opportunities and those helping connect children to education, we are on the right track. And I can tell you that we are in Kenosha Unified. Do we have our difficulties? Yes. We have many of them right now. The finances. We've got some huge areas of concern right now. We need to really get a good handle on all our costs and everything that is driving the cost of education up and taking dollars out of the classroom. One of the things that I'm very concerned with right now is the cost of health insurance. As Mr. Felton mentioned earlier, we have to find a way to get those costs under control. We can explore and we can get together with our committees, and there are many options that we can work with to get some of those costs in control. Number one, that area has to be addressed. We can't wait any longer. So what we've done after we finished negotiations, we set up a wellness committee, we set up an insurance committee, and we will be meeting weekly and monthly to get up to speed. We're not sitting back and waiting. We're being proactive. We're doing what we can, and we're going to get those costs and we're going to get them under control. The CDO issue, as Mr. Fountain mentioned, it's a tough situation. I wasn't on the board at the time. I understand they were trying to solve a very difficult problem with the OPEB retirement, so I understand that. However, we have to continue to be extremely on top of those issues and work toward the solution that's going to be best for our district. I believe we're on the right track there too. We've been fortunate recently to have some wonderful candidates come into Kenosha Unified. This speaks volumes for our community. Ray and Associates, our search firm, went out and they searched for candidates. Oh, I'll finish up right now. I've got to finish on this story though. We had over 44 applicants, all very qualified people. Now, people don't want to come to Kenosha because we don't have something to offer. We narrowed it down and narrowed it down. The board worked continuously and very diligently to look for the best candidate. I believe we found the best candidate. I believe this person's going to be able to come in and they're going to be able to, we're at a plateau, they're going to bring us to the next level of education, which is our future, that's teaching children how to create jobs, improving on what we have, and going from there. So thank you, and I'm glad to be here.